Hello and welcome to the first or second episode, depending on how you listen to this, episode of the Farther From The Point podcast, featuring me, Faris, and my co-host.
Hannah.
Good intro.
Sorry, I got nervous and I can see the screen that he's like the sound waves that's moving, so mine is just silent. And then I said hi and I didn't want my sound wave to be. Never mind, I was just nervous. So, Hannah.
Good energy. So today's date is the 26th of February in the year of our Lord 2022. And this is a pretty important date because just a couple of days ago, a very big world event happened.
Actually, you missed the important date. It was 22nd of Feb 2022, where the world called it Tuesday.
But that's not today though.
Yeah, we didn't record it that day. That is a very important episode. That's a very important date. Today is 4 days after that day.
So hopefully you get the title of our podcast, the Farther From The Point podcast.
Wow, getting shat on straight away.
Hey, this time you cursed first.
At least.
That
yeah.
depends. Some
Okay.
people think shit is not a curse
Actually,
word.
yes, shit can get censored on live TV.
Should we censor this?
Do you even know how to use the censor thingy for this?
I don't have a sound board.
Should I just make a sound? Can you try say shit in like 3, 2, 1?
Shit.
Beep! How about that? Does that work?
It's a very clear sound wave over there.
Wonderful. I didn't know I had skills.
So back to the main point. Already into the derailment. A couple of days back, Russia decided to invade Ukraine in what many would have thought was the kickstarting moment for World War III. And in true modern day fashion, instead of sparking World War III, we just realized that most modern politicians won't really do anything. And just what are they doing now? Sanctions, where essentially no one wants to be friends with Russia because Russia did a naughty thing.
But honestly, that's not what I'm getting from, I guess you can say, social media. What I'm getting is
Memes.
a lot of memes of Putin and how he's such a daddy and he's
call Putin
everybody's
a daddy?
friends. Yeah, they had
Who's calling I think people used to call him that, but now everyone's turning on Russia.
No, I saw maybe it's an old video or it was reposted or what. I just saw it like 2 days ago on Twitter. Someone made that compilation on why Putin is such a nice guy and like a nice man.
That's got to be at least like a decade
So
old.
I don't know, in that video he was seen in the gym, he was seen dancing with some lady, not sure if it's his mother or wife. I am sorry, I have no idea who it was. He was seen fishing and catching a really big fish. So he was just having a time of his life, and he's a president.
Do you watch Putin vlog?
Vlog? No.
It sounds like a normal day for him.
No, it was all of it is in one like little compiled video, and there was one of him just striding and walking out where only his left hand moved, and someone in the comment section said that, do you know why his right hand doesn't move? So he's ready to just draw his firearm and protect himself. And I genuinely don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, everybody so I'm seeing a mix of that, and I'm seeing a mix of the TikTok videos, the one where I was talking to you about just earlier, just casually mentioning it, that I don't know if it's staged or real. That they claim that it's the Ukraine and Russian military, where they are posing a TikTok on how serious it is, and then the rest of them is like when you spot your enemy's location through TikTok. So those are the ones that I've been seeing.
Well, if it's one thing we have seen from Ukraine and how they've pretty much been dealing with this entire Russian invasion thing, is while the world at large is definitely taking it very seriously and, in modern day fashion, sending their thoughts and prayers to the people of Ukraine and the military of Ukraine, wishing them luck and essentially surviving. Ukraine responds with just fucking around, from what it seems like.
You cussed. Worse than mine.
Damn it. Well, I did drop the F-bomb. That's pretty much up there. Anything higher than that, I need to stop the recording, I think.
No, you can just use my beep.
I'll just cut that part out and then just like
Use it
lengthen
continuously
it.
here and there.
Nah, but especially on TikTok, it seems like we don't know. I don't know if it's actually Ukraine military, but there's a lot of people generally in what seems to be in pretty like legit looking military gear with weapons and tactical armor and all that. And I think it's Russian language or whatever language Ukraine speaks, communicates in. I'm not entirely sure.
Ukrainian? Isn't that a language?
Is that a language or the people? I actually do not know. But I've seen a lot. I mean, they had a little Ukrainian flag, the blue and the yellow. So I just assumed it was Ukraine, and it's just like them dancing around.
So I don't know. It just to me, it just seems that this is a straight up. I mean, people are waging wars. There are, I said that word just now and I forgot. Airstrikes.
Oh.
Airstrikes. I mean, I didn't say it like during this podcast. That'd be really weird. You don't mention the word airstrike, and I said that word airstrike. No, but there a lot of 40 over airstrikes have been dropped here and there, but it just doesn't seem to phase the world in any way. People are just like bothered on who mastered the latest TikTok dance the best, who does a very good transition on TikTok, which is hard to do.
I think just immediately. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of TikTok dances that happen, and I can barely fathom to see how to even start doing it.
You barely can watch that entire video without getting a headache.
I can barely walk.
Don't know
No,
how to
but
follow up.
I think if anything, we are. I mean, according to many people from the past and the present, we are living in quote unprecedented times. What with this pandemic happening, I don't even know how many times I've heard the phrase economic downfall in the past couple of like months. I think not even months. I think I heard it twice in this week alone.
Economic downfall. Well, I'm still hopping onto the Great Resignation. That's what I've been.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Great Resignation. There is the Russian invasion. Over in China, we have the Evergrande, the super billionaire company that's basically gone bankrupt, and apparently the amount of money that they have lost is so large that it might cause another like Great Depression. Like it will ripple out from China to the rest of the world. And all I can think of is, you know what sucks? All this is happening around the world. We're in Singapore. Somehow all these global events are supposed to be affecting us, and yet we can't even leave our borders. So I think we should move on to a bit of a lighter topic,
I
and let's
legit thought you were gonna start shitting on the government, and I was holding my breath just a little bit. Like, I know I just mentioned the Great Resignation. I knew I wasn't sure where you were headed with it. By the back of my mind, I'm like, oh my god, if he's going to shit on it,
This is a private note from your host of the podcast, Faris. I speak not for my co-host, Hana. Her thoughts are her own. So if anyone's gonna be arrested, I want to stop talking.
I actually thought you were going to say like you take the fall, but you hesitated, and I'm like, he's going to throw me under the bus. That's it.
The face you had was like, it was like a mix of anxious and genuine fear, and also the second, it's like you're gonna smash this.
Excitement though.
Like you're gonna smash, like stop record and then beat the shit out of me.
No.
Lies.
If anything, the thing is, I have seen that documentary. I don't know whether I shared it with you before. The one of Changi prison, how's life in.
Oh yeah, that was a dope documentary.
Yeah, so
watched all 4 episodes.
There was 4.
There's 4.
I only saw the first one. There was like 45
There's 4
minutes.
episodes. Yeah, it's actually really well made.
So I've only seen the first one, and yeah. So when I watched that, I'm like, okay, it's an interesting thing, but I still kind of don't want to go to prison. I don't know. I feel like if I can
I think
choose...
that's a pretty common thinking.
No, but it depends.
I don't
because
want to go to prison.
I don't want to go to prison, but it's like if for some reason I ever had to go to prison,
Prison
and
break.
I get to choose which country, like in which country do I want to be a prisoner, and I wouldn't want to be a prisoner in Singapore.
Oh god, Singapore prisons suck.
I think it doesn't suck. It's just that the
I don't want to go to
strictness.
I don't want to go to prison at all. Not even because of like the whole punishment. I guess it's part of the punishment. For me, it's just the boredom. You sit in a cell for like 23 hours a day for years.
But that's isolation, right? Not the ones with the shared.
I mean I don't know how, because in
I
the
guess it depends on your
in the
crime.
documentary it says it's the maximum security part. So I don't know if that's the average cell or that is
No,
legit
I'm
the
pretty
most.
sure it's not. There's different levels, because if you committed like a really small crime, I assume there's no point they waste their resources and giving you maximum security if you like, I robbed somebody for like $1,000 versus
Hey,
murder someone or something.
Singapore
That's-
law is pretty strict.
I was looking at you because I was thinking what word were you going to use to describe the Singapore law. But I agree with what you said earlier on. We should get out of this topic, change into something a little more lighthearted, so I and you don't have to keep exchanging awkward glances.
So 11 minutes in. This is different from our last episode. Our last episode, I was getting bored of waiting for you to land on something. That's why I just hit the record. And then honestly, I thought that was a pretty fun thing, and I wanted to do it again for this episode. But we actually decided to try and go on a bit more structured, for a bit more structured approach, which I will get into soon. But we ended up like
Doing the same
somehow
thing.
derailing even faster than the completely random start. The start that when I hit record, you didn't even know. But you didn't even know I hit record. I was waiting for the conversation to hit like a good spot for me to hit record. And I think it was a pretty good one, the last one. This time we actually like I thought of an intro and everything. We thought of a topic. Not a topic, we thought of a subject. And then we were gonna build from that.
Yep.
No, we went straight into the exact topic we wanted to avoid. So at this point, our main theme might as well be actually writing down the rules and then finding ways to immediately break all
I
of them.
don't think with someone like, especially you, not that I'm trying to crap on you, but you were the one who break all the rules the first... Oh, in our episode 0, our pilot episode, you were the one who break all the rules. So I think you don't have to find ways to break them, you just do.
So
yeah,
hi,
pick
welcome
a
to
prison
episode
do you want to
1
go
of...
to?
Wait, what?
I was going to say pick a prison. But,
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's true because I didn't.
Are you
I
going to
just
say
saw.
Sweden?
Judging, I think we're both on the same page, but I saw like a tweet about it, which when I say it out loud, I shouldn't be using Twitter as a source.
But no, I think I know. Is the one with all the recreational rooms and
Yeah,
things like that?
Like the prison cells look essentially
Cozy.
like really nice apartments.
Yeah, so you see, once again, it's not like I want to get arrested, and it's not like I've committed any crimes for me to be
That we
arrested
know
or
of.
put in a jail. But it's like if I had a choice to pick a prison, and because I think that I cannot remember exactly which country, but like in my head it's Sweden, but I might be wrong. They
It might be like
uh,
it could be Sweden, and then like you're forced to build IKEA furniture.
Oh,
Like you know,
God.
every IKEA has like
You
the
would love
showcase
that as a
rooms.
punishment, though.
No, it's like they give you like, you have 30 minutes in our endless infinite IKEA warehouse.
Uh-huh.
You have 1 hour and 1 flatbed. Pick the furniture that is gonna be your cell. Put it on the trolley. Build it. Whatever you have, that's your cell for like the next 70 years or however
What
long.
kind of crime you have committed? I don't know.
Crimes
if,
against IKEA.
Would I'm pretty sure I would pick a bed though. That's like
That's the thing.
least you.
Bed, but then you won't have anything else. Then it's just a bed.
Yeah, but it's not like, I mean, we have built IKEA stuff before. You are way better at it than I am. I'm very good moral support. I have helped you out, but it's just that I'm not as good as building stuff as compared to you.
I like to think of IKEA as just adult Lego. Not, I mean, there is adult Lego. Like there's
yeah,
Lego,
totally.
there's like Lego, just like as the bricks, and you can just imagination shit. And then there's like IKEA. And then there's Lego for adults, which is like the Lego Technic, the one where you can build just a literal actual mini car that works and has steering.
I mean, yeah, you got to know some kind of coding to just program it and stuff.
Uh,
If I'm
then,
not wrong,
then there's
yeah.
I think it's called Mindstorms, which is
Mindstorms,
the one
yeah,
where you
that's
just
the
build a
robot,
freaking robot
Yeah.
that can do your homework.
Lego Mindstorms, yeah.
And then there's IKEA, where you just build your actual literal house out of wood.
I do like IKEA stuff though, but
IKEA stuff is awesome.
the funny thing is that the first ever item that I've ever purchased from IKEA is
Meatballs.
actually the vanilla candle, minus food. It's actually specifically the vanilla candle. The second time I went there, I purchased a berry scented candle. So I walked through all the showrooms, walked past everything, admired them, ogled at them, whatever, but I left with a single candle. And of course the iconic ice cream that is now, at least in Singapore, is changed to
It's
Frozen
frozen
yogurt.
now, and I hate it.
it's not the same.
I hate frozen yogurt. I hate it with a passion.
But I do like their cake pie. What is it called?
Or the daim.
Daim.
I
Are we
think-
saying it right?
I don't know. I'm not
Because it's
Swedish.
Swedish, yeah. Yeah, the daim.
I was gonna in my head. I was thinking of a Swedish accent. I don't want to do it.
I mean, the last episode you did a Russian accent, and this, oh my god, this episode you opened up
Oh.
talking about Russia.
Oh no. This is a bad time to start the podcast. We started the last episode we recorded pretty much a week ago. Within 1 week, a very big, an in joke inside the last episode became a global catastrophe.
I don't know why
Well,
I was
I
thinking
say-
of Will Arnett when you said that, but I was like, oh, not that
Welcome to
in joke.
episode 2 of the Will Arnett podcast. It's a callback joke. I really hope Will Arnett is not like gonna be a running gag. But I feel like when I say it,
It might happen.
I feel like I jinxed so many things all
So
at once.
you legit think that just because you made a Russian accent, I chimed in on that part. I'm not sure what were we talking about that led to a Russian accent, and because we were talking about that, this like exactly, I think almost exactly a week later when we are doing this recording, it's about Russia, and clearly the world's not in a very good place right now. So now you want to talk about something, and you feel that the following episode that we're going to record, some other catastrophe is going to happen, and it's because of us.
Like IKEA shuts down.
Oh God! What
If
if
IKEA
Sweden like Sweden closes its
The
border?
entire nation just shuts down.
Like shuts its country.
Sweden just disappears.
Okay, if it does, then
Wait.
it's on us.
Wait, you hear? I think I told you about this before. Let me tell you about the Finland Conspiracy.
What
While
about
we're on the
it?
topic of Europe, apparently. The
Europe's
Finland Conspiracy.
fun to talk about. It's so big. Like, where are you going to talk about when you say Europe? No one will believe if like I'm going to talk about Europe. Where? Slovakia? You wouldn't expect that, would you?
Of Finland.
Yeah, no one talks about Finland. Yeah, so what about Finland?
Okay, so there's this conspiracy I read about Finland where Finland does not exist.
Where are you? What are you searching on the internet, to
I
be honest?
don't know. Things
Finland
just
does not
happen to
exist. So
me.
the Finnish are
I-
fake. The
life-
Finnish are finished.
It is more bizarre than that
Oh.
somehow. But I guess that's the joy of conspiracies. So the Finland Conspiracy is this weird freaking international global conspiracy. International and global are essentially the same word, I think. But it is this weird thing where I think it is like this conjunctive it is this conspiracy that involves Japan and some other nation, some other European nation, where Finland
Japan
where
and in Europe.
no that's the thing
Okay.
Where the conspiracy is that Finland doesn't exist, and where Finland is on our like map, it is just a big sea, like a big lake.
So
not
you
really a
mean
sea.
there is no like it's not land. There's no land.
Yeah, there's no
on.
land. Like
Okay.
Finland, the land mass does not exist. It is where Finland is, like its borders is actually a lake,
Okay.
and it's something to do with like I forgot what nation it was. Wait, I'm gonna search it out. It's actually like it is one of the conspiracies that I like to read because it's the most like it's like it's not real, but it's just stupidly out of
And
the way.
just so you know, whatever Faris just clicked, it legit just said, does Finland exist? Many don't think so.
It's so out of the norm. There's nothing like insane like it's like aliens are out there to hijack our brains and stuff, but like it sounds innocent enough. So I'm trying to like skim through it. So essentially, there is this conspiracy that in Japan a certain European product is actually very widely used, and there is this European nation where like their biggest food, like their most favorite food or something, is sushi,
Okay.
and like their biggest export is fish, even though that nation in reality is nowhere near a land, nowhere near the sea, or
Okay.
it does not have any big bodies of water.
Okay.
So the thing is that the conspiracy comes from the fact that what if this nation, which I guess borders on Finland, I guess, like
Okay.
it uses that body of water as a source of fish to outsource to Japan, and in return Japan gets like exclusive stuff from that nation or something like that. And
Wait, is this real or is this still part
it's
of the conspiracy?
it's still a conspiracy. Oh
Okay.
no, the statistics, those are real. So in order for Japan and this European Union, this European nation to keep this exclusive deal with each other, they came up with this huge conspiracy that there is to keep that body of water where these fish come from, right? Like the lake doesn't exist because it's actually land, and that land is Finland. And the reason why they call it Finland is because Finn.
I'm done
fish
with
have
your
fins.
Finland.
It sounds that is like the supposed to be like that's the nail in the coffin for this conspiracy. That's how you know it's real, because fins.
I can't with you anymore.
I read it years ago. The details are out, but I swear I need to find it
Like
again.
the more
It's so
we
funny.
film not film, I guess record a podcast together, the more I question why I'm sitting through the podcast with you.
That's the fun of it.
So applications are open.
I realize
Faris can find a new co-host.
Welcome to episode 1.
Oh, episode
Of-
1, looking for a partner. Oh my god, if you go back
Episode
and get
1,
Will Arnett
going
or
out. We're not gonna call back to an inside joke.
you should do it. You should get Will Arnett to talk about Finland, Japan, and Russia with you.
No,
Oh god.
I would love to do that though.
He would
Fortunately, I do not know enough about Russia to talk about Russia.
I know that okay, let me just list you I'm sorry if it's stereotype, but these are the couple of things I know about Russia.
Pierogi,
Sorry?
pierogi.
What's that?
It's like a food.
Oh no. I know,
The Kremlin.
but I can't pronounce it. There's the dolls, the cute dolls.
Aren't they just called the Babushka dolls or something?
I don't think.
Or is Babushka like?
I don't think it's Babushka though. It's
Oh, Babushka is an old lady.
Oh, you're getting a Kate Bush Babushka.
Who the hell is Steve Jobs?
Why? What's the lyrics? Apparently, there's a song by Kate Bush called Babushka.
She wanted to test her husband. She knew exactly what to do. A pseudonym to fool him. She couldn't have made a worse move.
Oh god.
Worst. The word babushka doesn't even come in after like
until the end.
Like measure. No, that's the chorus is all yours, Babushka.
Babushka,
Oh no, I
Babushka.
know this song.
Oh god, you
Wait, no, I
actually
know
know
this
this
song.
song. What's wrong with you?
I know. Why do I know this song? I no. When I said the chorus, it played in my head. Babushka, yeah.
That's the doll.
Matryoshka.
Matryoshka doll. Yeah, so I
Stacking
like
dolls,
those dolls.
nesting dolls.
Yes, I know that. But Babushka, I really don't think is the doll's name though.
I don't
It's
know,
a woman
I know
in
it
the
as
movie. They
it's
call it
probably
the
like,
Babushka lady, the Babushka, or just the Babushka. If you
probably
search
like
image, oh,
Why the
they
hell
have a
is
picture of
Rocky?
ASAP Rocky as a babu. Maybe he just dressed up as.
Hey
one.
audience, do yourself a favor. Open up your favorite web browser. Type Babushka.
First
Just
three
tell
images
us if your first image that pops up isn't even like an actual Russian person. If it's freaking ASAP Rocky.
though. Why? As in, where did he wear this? ASAP Rocky wears yet another Babushka.
Maybe
Vogue.
yet another.
Oh, well, okay. So what's the other one called?
Matryoshka.
Matryoshka dolls. I like those. Then let me see what else I know about Moscow is in Russia. There's that place in Moscow that I like. Can you type Moscow?
Oh,
Oh, some people call it Moscow. I'm not sure how it's actually pronounced.
Moscow Mule.
There, this one, the
Yeah,
one
the
with
Kremlin.
all the, ugh. I don't know if I mean
for the
if it
fact that
wasn't
Russia just went to war, we're talking about Russia quite a lot.
yeah. No, but I don't know. I mean,
This
if
podcast
it wasn't
is like a
going to go
snapshot in
on
history.
war, I would actually consider like traveling to Russia. I'm not in urgent need to go to Russia. Clearly now with all the things that's going on, of course I want to stay clear from Russia. But it does look kind of
It sounded like
nice.
you sound like there's a Russian pointing a gun to your head when you said that. I would love to go to Russia, but I'm not exactly in a rush to go to Russia. So
if I were to tell you like with whatever that's happening now, I'll give you a one-way ticket to Russia. Would you go?
no.
See? No one's holding a gun to my head when I sit there, but you straight away say no, and I'm being judged.
Yeah.
That's
What are you,
sexist.
Russian?
That's sexist.
No, it's Russian.
Oh, Russian is definitely there. I don't think they're sexist.
I ain't Russian to go to Russia.
I like the accent of the voice of Russian women because they sound like they can beat up Singaporean men.
I was gonna say like Black Widow.
Uh,
Natasha Romanoff.
No, it's not the same. I mean, no disrespect to Scarlett.
Well, Scarlett Johansson plays an Asian woman pretty well.
Stop it about that. What was that movie
It's
called
Ghost in
again?
the Shell,
Ghost in the Shell.
which is pretty good. The anime.
Oh.
Anime?
I
guess if it's a movie, it's still anime.
But yeah, there is one other movie where Scarlett acted in which I like. I forgot what was the movie called.
It was called The Avengers Stupid.
No, not the Avengers and not Black Widow. Where they injected something into her and
Lucy.
Lucy. Then she used like the full
100% of her
brain, and then what happened? So actually, when I was watching that, I know it's like not true, but it does make me wonder. Like, I mean, everybody know, and it's a fact that humans, most species actually do not use 100% of their brains.
No, we don't. That's a very because of Lucy. Scientists have to go and say no. You do use all of your brain.
You don't use 100% though.
You do.
You don't.
Most of your brain is used not in active thought, but it's to just keep your body
To
alive.
keep the body alive, that blood circulation thing is not that. But I'm talking in a sense where like cognitive thinking, like I'm talking about the decision making factors for whatever, like for example when they said that there's the logical part of the brain, the creative part of the brain, that's why you do not 100% use everything
Well,
when you
that's
are
to be fair. That's not really the brain. That's more of the neuron system in
that's
the brain.
in the brain, so it's still the brain, but we don't use 100% of our brains. And like they said that some people who have, I guess I want to go into details, neurons and stuff, that's why they say some scientists or inventors, they have I wouldn't say unlocked or what, but they use certain parts a bit more. That's why they are able to come up with such creative concepts, and I think that's cool. And then there's me. If you ask me like the square root of 92, I don't even know if there's an actual answer. I should have used an easier number where I know I could have given an
I'm
answer.
not even
but
gonna
no.
lie, I don't. Frankly, I have no idea how people calculate square roots other than like either trial and error by like
I
going
think-
one by one up
No,
until they
I'm
come
pretty
close.
sure there's a method to
Like, there
it.
has to be, but I do not understand how. Like
You're
How do
just
you
saying
get to
I
that?
do not math.
clearly,
You do math, and I'm
I
kidding.
have. We have calculators for a reason, and I don't know if I hate or I love the fact that every kid who's ever been a student understands when they have to use a calculator for calculating, and then
Okay.
they just can't figure it out, so then they have to use a calculator. Then a teacher just goes, well, you're not gonna have a calculator with you all the time. Guess what, motherfucker? I have way more than that in my pocket.
A phone.
I can Google at any time what color is Will Arnett's hair. At the drop of a hat, I know.
Do you think you can find out his blood group?
It's all positive.
No, it's not. I actually don't know his blood group, but yeah, I think it's. That's the thing though. There was, I think, when we were in primary school, like for our exams, calculators were not allowed. When we were in secondary school though, it was allowed. However, the back the calculator's lid, where it has some formulas and stuff, you can't
Oh, yeah.
have that. And
I
even
understand
then,
that.
some people try to cheat.
Kinda.
Yeah. Have you ever cheated in a test?
Honestly, no.
You're going to have a nice backstory. or something.
I'm one of those.
No! Sorry, what?
Like, I wasn't a smart kid. I wouldn't say I was a goody two shoes, but ever since I think it was, I want to say it's probably my dad. Right, is that I learned it from like my family, which is like the importance of tests. Why they exist is to, that's why they call them tests, is to test your understanding of the whatever topic it is. I took that to heart, and that is why, honestly, in every test I've ever taken, I have never cheated. If there was ever some reason where, like, you know, like the answer was ever revealed to me for whatever reason, it was never in my own power. It was always like someone else was like messing around, and it was just there. I've never cheated on a test. Humble brag.
Yeah, I was gonna go somewhere along the lines like
Like, it's like I get it. There's a lot of like cool stories about people cheating, like how they do it. I think the ways some people cheat in tests, I honestly think they're pretty impressive. And if anything, it just shows that they are not like traditionally smart, but they're innovative.
if they have
Innovative.
yeah, if they have a cool backstory on how they actually cheated and pulled it off, sure, it makes sense. For me, I felt, if I remembered correctly, I don't actually think I've ever cheated on a test.
You fucking nerd.
Coming from you who linked it to like family and morals and good things like that, and I'm the nerd. Nothing to do with family, nothing to do with whatever. I just felt like if I studied and I understand what I did, whatever I got was what I deserved, because that's like my competency of a subject. But it's the similar thing where that's why I find it with like maths, and especially things like maths, when you get a question wrong, or it's a bit
Oh, mate.
yeah, no, because they can give you things like your formula was correct, your answer is wrong, you get a mark for formula, or your answer is correct, they can give you a mark. But then don't forget, we come from a time where like a question can be 5 marks, and unfortunately the 5 marks doesn't go to the answer, it goes to your formula also, but you derive at the right answer. And when it comes to that type of things, yeah, you can debate your marks here and there, but maths, of course, I fought for my marks a bit more with my teacher. Like, I think I deserve it here, this and that. Or especially if that 1 mark makes a difference from a grade, like a B to an A or something like that. But the ones that I usually feel that I hated to argue and get my marks, it's for anything language related, because I do not like any system which tells you that you got to memorize and vomit the answers that's from a book. You cannot
yeah.
say it in your own words. So that's the one, like, even if I were to try to tell them my point, it's a losing cause, because it's like, that's not what the book says, that's not what I told you to memorize. Why am I just blindly memorizing it? Like, what do I get out of it? I want to understand what I'm
That
memorizing,
was
you know.
that was I remember a teacher has told me, I forgot who, but it was definitely in secondary school, where I was struggling with this topic. It was in maths. I believe it's called Quadratic Equations,
Ooh.
which, if I don't know if I got the name right, but it's the one where the question is like, it's like, here are two equations,
Uh-huh.
with both of them with algebra, and like figure out x, or figure out x and y. So it's like, it could be like 5x plus y equals 16, and then the other one is like 2x plus something y
You're thinking
equals
of an
like
equation.
something else.
Okay.
I can't, not because I genuinely, because it's one of those topics where a lot of, like, it was the time I realized myself, especially as a kid, where there are just some things you just cannot get your head around. And for me in maths, that was it.
Quadratic equations.
I believe it was called quadratic equations.
Do you know?
Because
Okay.
because it's like, I don't know how from two separate equations you get the value of one.
One
I,
item.
I legit, I stayed back after school with the maths teacher that a lot of people didn't like.
Okay.
Like his class was generally pretty chaotic because no one respected him as a teacher, which was sad. But I honestly thought he was a good teacher. I stayed back. I like, look, man, I don't get it. I mean, I'm not stupid. I get most of the rest of maths, but this one,
You can't wrap your head
I
around.
cannot get it. I do not understand why. I done that multiple times, and all the way up from whatever age we start learning that, to freaking N levels, where I left secondary school, I have never gotten a question right, and I just accepted it. I just that was the moment where I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get it. The best I can do is learn other topics and get those right. This, when I see it, I'm gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing,
Well,
and then that's it.
It's gonna, I mean, it is 10 years after secondary school now. Yeah, I know, we are old. It's 10 years after secondary school now. Do you ever look back and regret that that is something that you didn't get?
Fuck
Do
no.
you feel like, it's something that you need in life that you don't get?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, because that's honestly what I felt, but not exactly with quadratic specifically, but um, overall, everything to do with additional mathematics. Anyone who
AMS
has,
was.
yeah, and
Oh.
I was forced to take that subject, which made my life miserable. And we come from a system where the student, in this case me, was failing it so badly, not because I wasn't doing the work, not because I wasn't putting in the effort or anything. I tried, I struggled, and I just could not get it. And I asked to drop that subject. And my teacher looked at me and she said, you
Fuck
shouldn't
you.
drop that. No, she didn't say fuck you. That would have been hilarious though.
You stupid idiot.
No, but I remembered being in the principal's office and stuff. I think my parents were there or not. I cannot fully remember that part. But at least the teacher said that, because I brought it up all the way, like I think I was 16, because it was my O-levels year and I didn't want to mess it up. So I was like, can I drop this topic? I mean, I've struggled with it from when I was 15, and it's been over a year. I'm not getting it. This is going to mess up my O-levels grades and whatnot. Can I please drop it? And my teacher looked at me and still said, no, I believe in you, you can do it. In normal stories, when someone tells you that they believe in you, you will feel motivated to push and try.
That's
And
the anime moment.
that normal, yeah. But for me, I was so mad, I was so pissed, I almost was like, fuck. That's my first time cussing the F-bomb. But I was like, legit, I went like, fuck, screw this shit. I'm not gonna, if you don't wanna let me drop this subject, which is going to take a lot of my time studying, I'ma just ignore the studying for this particular subject. Drop it as in sacrifice it. If I
Like
get
it's
an
hot.
F, yeah, so be it, I'll get an F and I'll focus on my other subject. True enough, that teacher who said that she believed in me, when the O-levels results came out, there are two certs, if I'm not wrong, that we are given. One, it's our actual certificate. The other one is like every subject that you have taken. The every your on
the transcript.
yes, on your O level cert, any subject that you have failed will not appear. Like not
Is
the
that real? Is
not
that
the not the like a D kind, like an F grade. It doesn't appear.
I didn't know that.
They don't count that. Yeah, because I mean it's like F9, then it's like 9 points. They don't factor that in. It's just out. But
It's like
that's a lot of points.
it's
for
like
one
when you're at a
subject.
family cookout and like the food isn't good, then you want to throw in the trash, but you don't want to shame the cook, so
Yep.
you fold the plate in half. Then you
You
throw
hide it.
like
You hide the
"Whoa,
food, yep."
let's not shame the chef. They tried their best, wasn't
Uh,
enough.
Family cookout. Jeez. But yeah, and
Remember
then
those?
yeah, the worst part was she didn't even give me like eye contact when I failed, because it's like the whole the thing is, I appreciate people believing, and there are teachers who are actually who push their students for the better, treat them whatever, give them the hope, when the student is straying from don't know some bad things, and they give them like, I believe in you, you can do this, can turn over a new leaf, sure. But at the same time, at that age, also 10 years ago for me, sometimes I got to realize, you should push yourself, you should put yourself out there, do not set like limits for yourself, just go on. It sounds like a motivational podcast.
I actually hate that.
No, you should do that, but at the same time, for certain things you got to know your
No,
limit.
that's the problem, because ever since we were young, we have always been fed that narrative, which is if you're not good at something, it just means that you need that extra push to keep going. You should never ever give up.
Is that one? If you fail at first, you fail, try again.
Yes. The thing is, when they should have just said just try again, not try again, because I just think like there is always, it just reinforces this whole thing where failure is always bad.
Yeah.
But the thing is especially when you're a kid, because it's like if you fail, it just means you're not trying hard enough.
You're
to try
lousy,
harder.
you know?
Yeah, you just keep going. But when you grow up, you start to hear more stories about these people who were successful. Like
Their
yes, they
success
kept
actually started from the failure.
yes, they kept trying again.
Yeah.
But they never highlight how important failure is. I think the biggest one, especially now, despite what has happened to her, I think the one story that brings it up quite well for me is J.K. Rowling. Despite her views on the transgender community,
okay.
the thing is, like, I remember her thing when it took like what 100, like she went to like 100 publishers and they just kept turning
Or
down
more.
Harry Potter.
Yep.
And then she just kept trying until Harry Potter finally got published, and it was this huge success. But they never ever actually bring up how depressing it is to have your work that you work your thing that you work so hard on. In her case, it's Harry Potter.
Yeah.
For it to just be shat on 100 times. 100 times is a lot. And they always cheapen that part. It's always like, no, she just kept trying. It's like sure, she kept going, she believed in, but there are a lot of things that should have stayed as failures. You know?
But I'm glad for her case
Like
she didn't.
Tesla.
Oh god. No, but for her case, I'm glad she didn't give up. So for me, it's is that okay? Not say similar to that story. There are success stories where, either some people, they were working as a salesperson for something, or they were doing another job, and then one day I have a perfect example to give. Ken Jeong is the perfect example. He's Asian. Parents pushed him, and he wanted to become a doctor. And one day, I think when he got that break, and he decided to be an actor and he was not like a 18-year-old budding. I mean, you don't even get to be a doctor that young. You got to study and all that. So he was in his, I'm not sure, can I remember the hospital's name, for 7 over years, and he was so done with his life. And out of nowhere, when he got a role somewhere, and he decided to just leave his job, his career and everything, to become an actor. So sometimes it's that, yes, you can try and everything, and you can take that risk. Is the risk factor. You can and for his case, for example, when he became a really huge Hollywood star and things like that, he has shared in his stand-up comedy specials where when he was in a plane, okay, when he was in a plane, and then someone was having I guess a medical emergency, and then the stewardess were panicking and asked if anyone here is a doctor or they can help, like medical attention and things like that, and he offered, and the stewardess actually laughed, ha ha, yeah right, because they forgot that he's actually legally a doctor. He's been an oncologist for years.
I love that. I love that shit about say Ken Jeong. In my head, it's always freaking Community.
Okay.
Benjamin Franklin Chang. It's like that's how I see him. He's dude's and like he's like a very humble guy. Like it seems that way, at least. I don't know him personally.
I mean, neither do I have any.
You know who does know him?
No.
Will Arnett.
I knew you were going to drop
Will Arnett in the hit Netflix show Murderville. In the penultimate episode where Ken Jeong is actually the guest star.
And broke his character like throughout
in
the
every
episode.
minute.
With
In
his
every
little
frame.
giggles.
In every
and stuff.
frame he's on screen, he's laughing, and it's the best thing ever.
I love it.
No, but it's not just a bench. It's not just Ken Jeong. There's
But
also this
that's
another
an example. Like
it's another US based doctor, but
Dr.
I think
Phil,
it's,
Dr. Oz.
no, I don't know his
sorry.
name, but it's because he didn't become an actor. He was a doctor.
Is
and
it
then
the
he
Facebook
became-
guy?
No,
The good looking dude who gives advice and
No,
makes money from that?
no, what?
No, there is a guy.
That sounds like you sound like you're describing every influencer.
No, but he's an actual doctor. He's still doing his doctor thing, but he
Oh.
gives like medical, not like directly like you ask me and I consult you kind. People pose their questions and he addresses them
Oh.
in social media.
No, I'm talking about. I don't know his name, unfortunately, but it's this guy who was a surgeon.
Okay.
Then I guess for shits and giggles, he just joined the army, and became like a special forces operative. And then once again, probably for the same shits and giggles, he left the army, and then became an astronaut.
The Asian guy.
Yeah, I think he's Asian.
Yeah, because everyone I remembered that tweet because a lot of Asians especially were retweeting that and saying that don't show this to our parents.
Yeah, he's setting the bar like impossibly high.
And it's not
because
like he's jumping
like,
into easy careers also.
Yeah, and like he's probably the only person in, I'm not even saying this lightly, the only person in history to be a doctor, special ops, and an astronaut, all in the same lifetime.
But he's still alive, so maybe he might, switch careers anytime soon.
It's like,
You never know.
being astronaut is fun.
He's like, I'm gonna be a surfer,
Ah,
professional surfer.
I'm gonna, that guy Lin-Manuel Miranda, I think I can do that. And then he goes on to win an EGOT within like 3 weeks.
Oh God. Okay, that's like really pushing it. They don't even host those awards in like the span of 3 weeks. Come on,
He'll do it.
stop it.
Like he'll just compress all 4 awards into one big award ceremony. He's the only one there, but he won.
Every category he won at least one. So and he just leaves the award show as an EGOT winner. But that's the thing though. I feel that I don't know, in the future when I have a kid, I'm gonna tell them like, do what you wanna do. It's okay if you feel, but it's different than when a child comes to you and it's like, I don't wanna do it. Then it's why is it hard?
Yeah.
You try to understand it. You can tell that there's a difference between laziness.
Yeah, because
And-
like the issue is that, now we're much more aware. We as a society, at large, we're much more aware of many things. Things like the current global situation. Like, I mean, freaking hell, you get world news from TikTok in these like well-written little less than a minute pieces that kids, like legit children, they can just absorb, and some of them legit can understand.
Yeah, they get the news before their parents watch the news.
Yeah, so they get all these news. They're super aware of the world at large. There is this growing just apathy that's growing, especially Gen Z.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's hard to for them. It's hard to find a balance, I think.
I'm actually a little bit glad that the next batch of, when you say like Gen Z and stuff, it just in the back of my mind I'm just thinking the next batch of people who are going to be parents are like the rest of us millennials. We are the ones that is not really millennials, not really Gen Z, and we have a lot of friends that we know who are already married. Some of them with kids.
The ones who are the ones who seem to have their life together.
Yep.
It's like they follow the footsteps of our parents,
I
which
think
were
I'm gonna say ancestors. And then in my head, Mulan,
This honor-
ancestors, that song.
Oh no.
Yeah, that song
I
was in
don't
my head.
I wanna have Eddie Murphy as a dragon.
Who?
Was it Eddie Murphy?
Mushu.
Was Eddie Murphy?
Was he?
Was it Eddie Murphy or am I racist? Or was it Kevin Hart?
It's definitely not Kevin Hart.
You don't know that.
Could you type Mushu? You might be right, but I
think
feel
it's
like
Mushu.
just type Mushu Mulan. Mushu the dragon, so complex.
He's awesome. I like Mushu more than I like Mulan.
Who is it? Oh, yep. They changed the actor.
I forgot there was a
voice.
Mulan too.
There's Mulan
yeah,
too,
the
yeah.
original OG Mushu was played by Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
That's not a
Oh.
flattering picture of Eddie Murphy, by the way.
Don't shit on Eddie Murphy.
I'm not shitting on
This
him. I'm
is
just
not
saying
90s.
that's not a nice picture
He's
of
not
Eddie
in
Murphy.
an all all leather clad outfit
Oh,
when he stand up.
I hate that outfit so much.
Delirious. It's an iconic outfit though. Orange, like a bright orange.
Iconic doesn't mean
top
good.
and bottom. Yeah, but he had the jacket and it wasn't even zipped up.
Ugh,
But I love that stand up though.
it's a good stand up.
Why Mulan 2020 doesn't have Mushu? Oh yeah,
Because
I
it's
did watch the
terrible.
live remake. It's not terrible.
Freaking
Okay, so the difference between Faris and I, we are both very big Disney fans. However,
Not really.
you don't think I'm a big Disney fan? What's your problem? Okay, so we are both really big Disney fans, and then the difference is I watch the real life, the remakes of those, like for example when Aladdin, Cinderella, Beauty and
the
the
live
Beast.
action remakes.
Yeah, all of that. I mean, I've watched everything. Honestly, I've watched every single remake except Lady and the Tramp. I haven't watched because it's like a
Wasn't it cancelled?
live
Did it?
docs. No,
Did
it's
that end up getting made?
yeah. I think it's on Disney Plus.
Ugh.
I mean, it wasn't. Like,
Oh no!
in
Yeah, I
cinemas and
remember.
everything.
I remember it
Yeah.
showed up on the homepage.
Yeah, so I
Ugh.
think that's the only one I've missed out. Oh, and now there's going to be Pinocchio, the one you crapped on the voice.
Father, when can I be on my own? Did you know that Lionsgate, the studio that made that shitty Pinocchio? I want to get back on the Pinocchio thing, by the
Okay.
way. But first on the Lionsgate Pinocchio, I saw an ad, like the sponsored ad
Okay.
on TikTok for Pinocchio the movie. And they just used that clip, the one with him like jumping off the horse, and even the voice being like, "Father, why can I be on my own?" Like they used that clip, and like they put a little text box that said, "Can you imagine this voice?" And it's like they doubled down on it, which is weird to me because it's not like to me it wasn't like it was a meme thing. Like it was just a shit voice acting. It's like that's the best thing they could get from this guy. And then like the director went like, "Yeah, right, no one's gonna watch this garbage."
I don't think it was like shitty
It
voice
was
acting.
shitty.
No, I just
It
think
was
it's the wrong voice.
terrible.
It just felt it was the wrong voice. It's not shitty. Like like that
What voice would that be? Lazy homosexual. I mean, what else would that voice
Wait,
be?
when was the last Disney movie that promoted homosexuality?
None. They had a gay couple in the Beauty and the Beast remake. They had like two guys who were a gay couple, but they were like in the background. They was not promoting, they were just there.
Beauty and the Beast remake, that was by Emma Watson. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there was like a gay couple in that movie.
Oh, okay.
But they were
I
but they were a
meant-
background thing, so it was like
Yeah.
they hyped it up so much. But I mean Disney, they hyped it up like, look, this is the first Disney movie with actual gay representation.
What if Frozen like Elsa and Anna were not sisters?
I mean, that'd be weird because then the entire backstory would just be stupid.
They could have been childhood friends that turned lovers. I think they make a good couple.
It would. Honestly, no. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not gonna ship them?
No, but here's why. Like
Salty.
the LGBTQ plus QA plus community and all that, right? It's good for them. Them bitches be gay. Good for them. Good
Them
for them.
what?
You
Wait,
never seen that
why
meme?
did my what went what?
No, okay. So, like, yeah, like, all the power to the gay movement and everything. But if we had to shoehorn, I'm not really the type to shoehorn sexualities into characters that already exist. But if I had to do that with Elsa, I would honestly think she was more asexual than lesbian. I legitimately think so. I
Makes
don't
sense.
think like
She is just not interested in
like she's female and she's
link
proud
it to Bojack,
and
link
all.
it to Bojack.
What?
Bojack, link it to Bojack. Not Bojack as in Bojack Horseman.
Oh.
Bojack Show.
Kinda.
Todd.
Yeah. Will Arnett.
No.
No, but like, yeah, I'm not really one to do that because I think it's really like lazy. You're picking out like the weirdest things that could just be personality, but then you use it as like it's a gender clue or something. But if I had to do it with Elsa, she'd be asexual.
Do you know, now that you mentioned like this asexual LGBTQ thing, I just remembered that I received an email the other day.
That you were gay.
If I'm gay, I'm pretty sure I'll be the first to know. If I get to be
No,
anything from
Tumblr
that
would
spectrum,
know before you.
no. If I could be anything in that community spectrum, it's just bi. At max, I can be bi. I think I've said this before, and I still go by it.
Are you declaring it live?
Yeah, I'm fine declaring it live.
Not
To all
live.
10 people. No, I'm kidding. To all 172. No, I have no idea. I have no idea how many of you guys are listening. But the thing is that I definitely think I have a lot of potential, or had potential to be bi. I did look at women a certain way. The problem for me was I felt that I could love a woman the way I love a man, but when it come to anything physical or sexual, I'm not so sure to what extent would I have allowed myself to get on it
Honestly,
with a woman.
There's probably like, I mean, we've all like the I want to just call them subsexualities.
Oh, okay.
You know, because there's asexual where you can be romantic, but you're usually not sexually attracted to people. And then there's also aromantic, which is like you don't have any romantic interest in people. I don't know about like physical needs, but to my knowledge, it's you do not have any like romantic interest in people.
Okay, I think I'm pretty
You could be
sure I'm a
select-
romantic person though.
Yeah, like you could
I
be
think.
like the one of the like you're sexually and romantically attracted to one gender, but you're only romantic to one gender, but you're not sexually.
Okay, I'm not gonna hear you. But here's the thing though, that it does play a lot with of my decision. It comes from a place because I grew up with two sisters, and the thing is that because when you grew up with, I mean, all the three of us were girls, so when I see women in that light for so long, even if I look at a really attractive women, it's like,
Behave yourself, boys.
no. I can
Behave yourselves.
I could not think of doing something sexual to them because I don't see them in that light. But for example, not a pregnant Rihanna, but like a normal Rihanna, pre-pregnant Rihanna.
I don't think anyone would have assumed if you said Rihanna. No one would have assumed pregnant Rihanna.
No, you never
This
know.
isn't-
The internet's a weird
This
place.
is not the depths of Tumblr.
Not yet.
Not even the depths, like
Not
the shallows
yet.
of Tumblr.
Not yet. You never know. There's sick people everywhere. But
COVID, yeah.
yeah. But like if it's Rihanna, that I would do stuff. Whatever she asked me to do, I would just comply, because she's okay.
What
So
if she like destroys the toilet?
what is wrong with you?
You said anything.
No,
And then she asked
but-
you to clean it.
Oh my god.
Would you do it?
I meant like a sexual thing, not.
Yeah, sexually.
I would. Yeah, no.
What if she has like a toilet fetish?
Uh,
Would it ruin?
Let
Wait,
me check with
wait.
ASAP Rocky in
Would
his
it?
Babushka look. and
What
get
do you
back to
think
you.
it would ruin it? Like, you know how the whole world thinks like certain celebrities, like there is like a general agreement that certain celebrities are hot. Like
Oh,
I guess in this
okay.
case Rihanna, I don't think there's a lot of people. There's much people who think Rihanna is not
Do you know a
attractive.
small fun fact about her? A lot of celebrities in general can have
Yeah.
collectively shared one fact about her though. The same fact across many different platforms to many different like hosts and interviewers or whatever not is the fact that Rihanna apparently smells really good. And when they ask why, like what does she smell like, the common response is so good, heaven.
That that just sounds like Rihanna told them to say it though.
You say that,
No,
but
because no, because when you say something smells good, it depends on the thing. Because usually, if you go into a kitchen and you say it smells good, what do you expect? Food, right?
Yeah.
You don't expect flowers. Flowers also smell good. You know, like cologne, certain musks smell
But
good.
some
you don't.
people,
It
they
depends on
do-
context.
Okay, but
Like, what if Rihanna walks around? She smells like freshly baked cookies. Smells good. Be weird.
it.
Bacon smells good, but be weird. She smelled like bacon.
I hope a specific audience is listening to this part.
All I'm saying is,
When you say
all I'm
bacon,
saying is,
yes. I'm like
it'd be cool if I'm not to sound creepy,
Oh.
but if one person, just one, like who says like, "Oh, Rihanna smells good," you just describe it. What does she smell like? Does she smell like toast? That sounds like you're having a stroke. Does she smell like flowers? Does she smell like cookies?
What do you
Cookies smell
think
good.
you smell like?
I think I smell like mutton.
The meat,
Yeah,
cooked or
Like-
uncooked?
depends on the mood.
Uh, that's what you think you smell like though.
I don't know. I don't know what I smell like. I think you won't know what you smell like unless it's like BO. Then like it's like if you can
Then
smell yourself,
even
it's
then
too late.
they actually yeah, I was gonna say that if you can smell yourself, then people. What do I smell like?
You smell very like fruity.
I smell fruity.
Yeah, like a very
What kind of fruit?
like a
Am I citrusy? Or am I don't
no,
know.
I'd say like a maybe not. No, citrusy is a bit sour. Not it's a bit much. Something
So what kind?
tropical, like a very mild tropical thing.
So I smell like mangoes to you? You said tropical, my brain just went to mangoes.
On a good day.
Okay. What?
No, okay, but here's the thing. It's like, you know, like things like tropical or musky, that gives you an idea of how it to smell. How
Okay.
a smell smells.
How a person smells like?
Yeah. Like, if you just say good, it could be anything. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it's like, so it's just, it doesn't sound right. You think like in, like, people who surround Rihanna are like, they're not like average people. They're people generally who are talented. Or if they're not, then they're rich and talentless. But you think at some point they were able to, you know, come up with a better adjective other than, oh, she smells good. Because then at that point, it just sounds like Rihanna is like behind the scenes, like, hey, can you be funny if you just told people I smell good. But don't say what it is, just say I smell good. And then
have some
like
issues
fans
with
around the
Rihanna,
world
man.
are like, what does Rihanna smell like?
And she released her perfume.
What does that smell like? Rihanna.
No, as in I actually don't know because you say I smell fruity. I'm assuming you mean my scent, not what I spray on. Because if you're talking about what I usually use, for me I use perfume, I use body mist and stuff, but I like it very sweet. Half the stuff that I spray on myself, and when I can smell it, it smells like food but sweet, like candy. I like smelling like candy, like a
Yeah.
walking marshmallow
Yeah.
or something.
Candy honestly makes sense to me because candy is artificial. It's just sugar that's processed different. So like they're meant to smell a certain way. Like if you smell like gummies, you know what to expect. You know, there's that smell. Stop smelling yourself.
No, I realized that this part smells like, and this part smells like my No, it's kind of faded. I think because I used the mist. I was silent for a reason. I don't know whether it was picked up when I said that.
Thank you for listening.
Like this part smells like silence, and this part smells like silence.
Or it could go like the Yankee Candle route. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I prefer Bath and Body Works candles.
Bath and Body Works works too. You know, do you know what I mean?
Why no?
Have you noticed how fucking abstract that shit gets when they're describing scents?
Oh, you mean the description that they put on the
Yeah.
okay?
This barely a description. It's just what they call it. Because it goes these scents for candles, right?
Mm-hmm.
For Bath and Body Works, Yankee Candle, wherever. It's always on a range of abstract. Because at the very like one end is the whole like it's what you read is what you get. This smells like vanilla. You open the thing, what do you smell? Vanilla.
Fantastic.
You open the thing, like it says strawberry. You open it up, you smell strawberry. Makes sense. But then you on the other side, you have shit that like is like a warm night in a log cabin.
Oh no.
What the hell does that smell
No.
like?
I like this. I love this. Ocean breeze. And I'm like, okay, that means you mean something salty in the air because that's kind of what a sea breeze might smell like.
You get a smell that just assaults the inside of your nose.
No, and I'm just like, what is this? Yeah, so when they and I get exactly what you mean. It's like, okay, if you had a candle that said toasted marshmallow, I would love it. Or like s'mores, basically s'mores. But
Yeah.
if you have a candle that said campfire night or something, I'm like, maybe it smells very woody.
Like
But it's not.
3:23 a.m. at the Everglades Mountains on
That's
a
what you're gonna
campfire
call your candle?
that is 7/18 of the way to the end, and it's like,
I'm so
what
done
the
with you.
fuck does that
7/18. And what's up with 3:23 a.m.?
Ask Yankee Candle.
They do not go to that likes to call their candles that.
It's
But
like, yeah, it's that spectrum of like yeah, I get it. To what does that mean?
what? But that is how like okay, when I
It's
buy.
like it's the smell of a thought.
You mean like
What
a thought
your
process or like
No,
a
just
thought
a
person?
thought. That's why it's like warm cabin or tropic like a
Like, yeah.
tropical getaway.
THOUGHT.
Yes.
And with that, we should end this podcast on. Let us know. No, this is not a YouTube thing. I said, let us know what is your favorite.
Don't forget to hit subscribe and smash that like button, gamers.
What? Subscribe and smash.
It's
the
always
like.
you gotta smash that like and hit that subscribe bell button
so
to make
that-
sure you know when I upload a fart noise.
And then you have a broken keyboard.
Shut up.
I mean,
Paid money for this keyboard.
no, as in you just said if you want them to, if you're a YouTuber and you want them to smash the like button.
Smash your keyboard. Jam it up here. Never mind.
No, you said after fuck you're not going to go anything worse. But I think you kind of did right at the end. Oh, are we going to end it at the same time as we did the last one?
You don't have to.
We're funny though. But don't cut the conversation till the end, just a little bit.
I mean, now it's weird. Now you're like, you made it super meta.
No. I mean, we're like a minute away, but I'm just asking. Ah. What was this point of today's one again? What were we supposed to talk about?
Do I need to remind you the title of the podcast?
Yeah, but I don't even know what was the point.
I want to remind you. Okay, this is like just me talking to you,
Okay.
just with the mics on. Remember that we had a topic that
But
delayed.
what was our topic?
It delayed the start of our recording by like 10 minutes because we wanted to think of a proper way to start. And in the end, we got nowhere near to that actual start.
But I kind of still like having something instead of you just hit the record button and I don't even know.
I even tried to get into that topic at like the beginning,
I-
and then we steered
Actually,
clear
we
past
did.
that.
No, we did when you were sharing, but you went very into Finland and conspiracy theories.
It's fun though.
I know.
I think Will Arnett will like Finland.
No, I think he'll actually like the candle segment more.
Son of a bitch.
If in his
No,
voice
no,
he
no.
reads the candle titles.
No. What character was King Jeong forced to play when he was in the car in his episode? Remember? Ken Jeong was in a car with Will Arnett, and then he had to cover for Will Arnett by being a certain someone
President
from
of Finland?
yes.
Shit! Oh my god! No! Was it actually Finland?
I'm pretty sure it was Finland. The Finnish
No.
president, what's his face?
I cannot remember, but yeah, I remember and we use all of that as our examples. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? In 1 week from now, do you think
I cannot believe.
something in the candle industry is going to make it like a big news? What do you think? Or in fact, whatever we talk about.
Candles are actually homophobic.
Or why would you say that?
It's not me, it's the candle saying it.
No, it's you saying it now. The candles just have it on their label. They don't say it.
It's the scent of like
Seriously, somebody's going to describe a candle scent as homophobia?
the smell of homophobia. It just smells like socks. Dirty socks.
Used? Oh, okay.
It can't be fresh socks. Fresh socks smell nice.
I know, fresh clothes smell. It's nice. Just... Okay. Shit, I'm just still like baffled about the Finland, like Ken Jeong.
Okay, just to wrap it up, back to the stupid Pinocchio thing. There are 3 Pinocchio movies coming out this year. Do you know that?
No, you're lying.
I'm not.
Yes, you
There
are.
are 3 Pinocchio movies coming out. The one is the stupid fucking Lionsgate one that's terrible and shit and don't give it money. Secondly is the live action Pinocchio remake from Disney, which once again, don't watch it, even though you will. Which just ugh.
They're gonna put it on Disney Plus anyway.
Ugh. The third one, which is the one that you should actually watch, is directed by Guillermo del Toro, who is you would know him most as the director of Hellboy.
I have watched Hellboy.
It's a project. It's a stop motion project that he's been in production for the last couple of years, and I'm not entirely sure why it's called Pinocchio. Not gonna lie, but it like tells a very honest story.
So is it actually about like the Pinocchio we know from Disney, or it could be anything, but it's just called Pinocchio?
To my knowledge, it's not even really much about Pinocchio. Like, stupid little wooden boy lies and then his nose goes big.
Unless this what do you call it, stop motion,
Yeah,
could be about something to do with lies and deceit or whatever.
something like that.
Makes sense why that name anyway.
It was actually a pretty heavy topic. I forgot the exact reason. I was excited about it, but then I kind of forgot about it. And I just remembered about it. Like, just the fact that there are 3 Pinocchio movies coming out this year.
And we are
It's
coming
bizarre.
to the end of February, so that gives us what, 10 months and 3 Pinocchio movies. Okay. Not
It's
that I'm
more
looking
Pinocchio
forward
than
to.
you could ever need.
More liars than I could ever need. I'ma be a boy, a real boy.
You can't, Pinocchio. You're made of wood. You think Pinocchio feels pain?
I was just going to ask you, do you think if our podcast goes really like dirty and rated, like is that where we want the channel headed? Because you said wood and then you said pain and my brain went to other places.
Or where were you going? Because mine, I guarantee you, is not what you expect.
Oh, mine was like, do you think when he gets a boner, his nose is the one that...
I was gonna say, if you burn him, do you think he will feel pain? Because he's made of wood, it's flammable, so it's like...
So, okay.
So thank you for listening to the Father from the Point podcast.
And I'm dirty-minded.
God damn it. So, what an episode to start off on that was not a test episode. But if you actually managed to make it all the way through to our stupid last minute Pinocchio thing, which I didn't expect to go in that direction. Thanks. Thanks a lot for listening to our insane ramblings. This is how our brains work. Should we get diagnosed for ADHD? We probably should, but that's a conversation for another episode, which is hopefully not the next.
And I'm dirty-minded.
And she's dirty-minded. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. For the folks at home, my name is Faris.
I'm Hannah, the dirty-minded girl.
And I regret not cutting the recording about 15 minutes ago. Thanks, and we hope to see you again next time.
Bye.
Dirty-minded. Oh god.